What is up, Average Dude Nation? I know I haven't made a video in a while. It's actually the night before Thanksgiving right now. And I'm recording some videos just for some personal stuff. And basically what happened is last week I auditioned for a TED Talk that they're having at URI in February. I did not make it, unfortunately, but I'm okay with that. It was a good experience to go through, and hopefully I'll have the opportunity to do it again some point in the future. Anyway, so basically I'm not really good at like writing what I'm gonna say down. Usually I just have the idea, and then I get up, look at the camera, and I say it. So that's what I did when I was writing my speech. It's about 11-minute video. I'm gonna show it right after this, completely uncut, and that's kind of where I derived, you know, what I was gonna discuss. And I really think that it was a good concept. Unfortunately, I got a little bit nervous. My delivery wasn't where it should have been. That's okay though. So please let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you think it was a good idea, if I should try to pursue, you know, this concept, whether it be more videos, whether it be literally anything. I just want to hear you guys' feedback, and hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. You'll probably be seeing this the week after Thanksgiving, and thank you for your support. We're gonna get some more videos to you guys soon, I swear. We have some time clearing up here, break coming. 2018, Average Dude Nation is gonna kill it. I'm very excited, and I'm happy to be back, guys. Let's get it. Without further ado, my TED Talk. Hello everybody, thank you for coming. My name is Matt Sokol, and today the objective of my speech is to motivate, energize, inspire, connect with you guys. What does that mean? That means I want you to leave wanting more. I want you to leave wanting to do better, wanting to try new things, wanting to just be more than what you are right now. So who am I? Great question. So who am I? Great question. I'm 20 years old. I'm a junior entrepreneurial management major. This is my first semester at University of Rhode Island. I'm a transfer. I previously went to Baruch College. And about a year and a half ago, last July, something happened to me that changed my life forever. At the age of 18, I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. For those of you who don't know, type 1 diabetes is a genetic disease in which my pancreas no longer creates insulin. Unfortunately, or fortunately, insulin is needed to process carbs. You have to have some carbs to live. And so I had to give myself insulin injections and also take my blood sugar reading. Right now, I'm very fortunate. The technological advances, I have an insulin pump and a continuous glucose monitor, which sends my blood sugar readings every 5 minutes on the dot to my phone and lets me know if it's too high, too low, or what's happening with that. And in the beginning of that experience, as you could imagine, I'm in college, you know, about to go into my second year. I'm already a little bit confused, I guess, right? And boom, this hits me. And I'll be honest, I'm not somebody who's ever had to face adversity like that before. You know, I've had some things happen to me, but, you know, I've never had something like that happen to me. I've never had something like that hit me that hard. Before then, I thought I was invincible. Probably like a lot of you who haven't experienced certain things. You know, like, oh, that's not gonna happen to me. Oh, you know, it just kind of floats by you until it hits you and you're it. Anyway, I was in a very bad place for a little while, and then I decided that I was going to change my attitude on life, and that is what I'm gonna talk about today. So what does everyone want? What is the prime principle of life? What makes life worth living? At a very zoomed out scale. Happiness. Happiness. What everybody wants is to be happy. That's the ultimate goal for every single person across the board. It's not arguable. The thing that is arguable is what makes you happy. To different people, happiness is different things. But happiness, at the end of the day, is at the top. That's what life is about. So my question is, why is everybody not happy? Let's deconstruct. How do you get to happiness? The first step is putting yourself in a position to be happy. and that's making decisions. So I'm going to talk a little bit about a principle that I came up with my friend. Maybe somebody else came up with it, but I didn't learn it from them, called You Already Know. And this is a principle that I adhere by. When you're making a decision and it doesn't come naturally to you, and you're weighing your options, and you're between two or more options, and you're going pros and cons, and you're just kind of going back and forth, you're not making any progress, you use this principle: you already know. All you do is say to yourself, you already know about whatever the decision is. And whichever response pops into your head first, immediately, that is what you should go with. Why? Matt, it doesn't seem like that has a lot of logic. It doesn't seem like that's a rational process. Well, because it's not. Because we're not rational. We are not logical. Right? Subliminally, we know what we want to do the most. The only thing that deters us from doing it is it possible? Is it a possibility? And a lot of times we assume that things that actually are possible aren't possible because other people are telling us they're not, and we listen to them. Those people, those are what I call obstacles. Those people are barriers. Those people are going to stand between you and happiness. Those people, I'm not saying that you need to remove them from your life, but you need to say, hey, step aside. I'm walking right past you. The thing is, whichever decision pops into your head first, when you ask yourself, that is the right decision, because intuitively we are wired like that. Whatever pops into your head first, that is what you desire to do the most. But the key about this whole process is, after that happens, you can't think about it. You can't dissect it. This is the first thing that popped into my head. I'm gonna do it. If I'm thinking about, what should my major be? Should it be architecture or should it be history? And I go, you already know. And the first thing that pops into my head is architecture. But I know that there's more jobs in history, and that's really the only reason that I'm doing it, because my mom suggested that it was a good major for me. Then why are you gonna do what your mom's telling you to do? Do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, you won't be happy if you don't. You need to trust your intuition. Your intuition will lead you to happiness. We try to deter our intuition with rationality, with the opinions of other people, with what's practical. Oh, that's a dream. Well, let me tell you something about a dream. If you have a dream and you intuitively want to do something, and you know that that's what you should be doing, and you decide to do it, yes, that is the harder option. But let me tell you something. There's another principle I believe in. Do what is hard and your life will be easy. Do what is easy and your life will be hard. And that is a perfect example of that. You're picking something that is harder to achieve. It's not the easy path. But you're willing to take that risk because you know that if you succeed, that you will be able to live the rest of your life doing what you love. And the thing about doing what you love is that it doesn't get old. It's timeless. You can put 10 times as much effort into being an architecture than a historian if you love it way more. And intuitively, that's what you want to do. So why are you going to make decisions for your life based on what other people would do with theirs? If you want it that bad, you can make it happen, and you will make it happen, because that is what your life is supposed to be. That's your purpose. So you already know. That's the principle. And do what is easy and your life will be hard. Do what is hard and your life will be easy. But this also goes into something else, which is always reach and never settle. What people are going to tell you to do, that's what we say is settling. What is easy to do, that is settling. To take the entry-level position just because it has a paycheck, that is settling. Now, if it's a stepping stone for something else and you're aware of it and you're purposely setting yourself up like that, that's a different scenario. But if you decided to do that and that's not part of, your objective, then it's settling, guys. And you need to always reach and never settle. Because if you settle, you won't be happy. You won't be happy. The whole goal of everything that I said today is so that you could be in a spot so that you're happy, because that is what we value more than anything else. That is what makes life worthwhile. That is what makes life complete. And the last thing that I'm going to leave you with is this. People make decisions based on what benefits them most in the short term. But let me tell you something. I'm 20 years old. I'm 20 years old. And I'm gonna make a decision so that I could get a freaking achieve 1/8 of my goal, but in 1 year instead of waiting 20 years to achieve the full goal. No. You need to set yourself up. You need to make choices that you don't want to do. You need to do things that you don't want to do, but you know you need to do so that you can make it happen. You need to sacrifice short term, whatever that is, time, friends, family, money, cars, going out to eat, whatever it is. You need to sacrifice that today so that tomorrow you can live a life that nobody else lives because they didn't make that sacrifice, because they only thought short term. They were the mouse chasing the cheese that was right in front of them, and they didn't see the entire wheel of cheese down the road because they had these blinkers on. They only saw what was in front of them. That's not how you want to live. Short-term decisions will not make you happy in the long term. You will always want more and you will never be able to reach it. So let me tell you this. You already know the path you need to take. The question is, do you have the balls to do it? And for 99% of you, no you don't, because you care what mom thinks, and you care what dad thinks, and you care about when your aunt asks you how your job is and you have to say, oh, I don't have one. Or, you know, how do I explain to my grandma that I'm drawing paintings and I'm not bringing any money because nobody's buying them? You don't worry about that shit. You put your head down, you do what you have to do, and you make it happen. You put pressure. Diamonds are made under the most intense pressure, okay? So put yourself under that pressure. For a second, say, you know what? My entire life I've been listening to what everybody else has been telling me, and it's bullshit. I know what I want to do. They don't know what I want to do. I love them. I respect them still. I still want them in my life, but I need to follow what I want to do. I need to follow my heart. I need to stop worrying about letting them down, because in the process to not let them down, I'm letting myself down. And that is what you need to do to live a happy life. And you need to wake up every day and you need to try to impact another person's life. You need to try to improve another person's life. And you need to try to make an impact in another person's life. And eventually, maybe, everybody can be happy. Maybe. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day.